Have you ever looked back? Now what you just saw there is a one-shot by Fujimoto titled Look Back, when he released it all the way back in July 2021 when he finished part 1 of Chainsaw Man. And it's kind of a semi-biography, I think. I'm not sure if that's even confirmed. But like, don't take my word for it, man, okay? I'm just spitting out whatever's in my mind right now, bro, okay? I was actually getting kind of obsessed with Fujimoto at 2023 when I watched Chainsaw Man. Now, because of that, I kind of got obsessed with like looking for all of his one-shots just to see how much he evolved. And one of those one-shots was Look Back. Now, coincidentally, again, around that time, I was also having like the worst art block of my life, in my own opinion. Because like, around that time, some of you might be able to relate, but I had that mentality where if I'm not good enough at something, I would just quit. If you're not good at something immediately around that time, like maybe 1 week around that hobby or so, just quit instantly, bro. Like, what's the point? If you're gonna spend hours on end, months, years, decades, or whatever, then like, they have like a result that looks like this, bro. Just quit. Just quit, man. But yeah, around that time, I kind of had that mentality, and it sucked a lot, man. But like, I was so interested in a lot of things, and because of that mindset, I just decided to quit. So when I finally read Fujimoto's one-shot Look Back, it kind of rewired my mentality a bit, because it actually got me asking that time when I was starting out art, that when I was losing motivation for my own art skills, it got me asking, why do I even continue or to endure art if I'm just gonna suck at it? So let me ask you a question. Why do you draw? Because like, artist to artist, man, it's really fucking tough, if I'm being honest. With AI art going around, you know, slowly making artists lose their motivation, art block with art practices that doesn't even make any sense, with like artworks you've spent hours on that turns out to be really bland in a way, even though you spent like days on it. It's almost seems like it's pointless, you know what I mean? Again, my question here is like, why do you even draw if it's all gonna be pointless by the end of the day? Well, this one shot actually low-key like actually got me my answer. Some might be able to relate, and some of you might not even be able to like solve it by yourself. And hopefully this video, with my connection to that one shot, some of you will be like relate on it and actually connect with that one shot a lot, as much as I did. Now this Look Back one shot is this. It's this. Now this one shot by Fujimoto, I'm not going to like over-analyze it. I'm not that kind of person who like analyzes every single line. I'm low-key too stupid for that. I'm not going to go like, oh, did you know? If you look at the first page, it says, don't. Now if you look at the last page, it says, in anger. Now, hear me out. Be with me. What's the title again? Look back. Don't look back. In anger. Holy fucking shit, Fujimoto, you're a fucking genius. Cause like, I swear to God, bro, like, when I found out about that, maybe it's like just Fujimoto doing some kind of tricks, or maybe it's unintentional or something. Holy fuck, Fujimoto, you're a genius. I need. But genuinely though, if I'm being honest, I'm not going to like analyze every single goddamn line here. I'm just gonna poorly summarize it just to get our, you know, minds refreshed in case we forgot about it. And if you're someone who hasn't watched the movie or read the manga, why are you here? Why are you here? Like, actually, man. Because, like, I recommend you to watch it, read it, whatever. You have no excuses. There's a movie you can, you know, if you don't like reading, there's a movie. If you don't like watching, there's a manga. Dude, come on now. But yeah, long story short, it's about these two artists, Fujino and Kiyomoto. Now, Fujino is a 4th grader, your, you know, usual egoistic ass 4th grader. Now, Fujino herself, she makes comics or mangas or 4-strip panels for her school newspaper. And now, because of that, she actually gets a lot of praises. And whenever she gets praises, her ego always gets fed up. When another artist comes in, Kiyomoto, a shot in whenever he goes to school, what a fucking loser. I'm sorry. She actually was way better, like way levels ahead. I could even say that at the time, she was way better than me. Like, actually, like, I cannot draw backgrounds. But yeah, she's way better than Fujino herself. And when her classmates noticed this, they decided to go, you know what, bro? Low-key, you fell off, bro. Kiyomoto better. And you know, Fujino, being like an egoistic 4th grader, who decides to get petty about it and decides that she would not let another 4th grader take her place. So she starts only focusing her entire life for that 2 years to 4th to 6th grade I think. She just focuses on art like all the time. Socializing, there's no socializing, there's no talking to anyone. She's just in her desk, crouched up like an actual artist like this, just drawing whatever. Obviously, her friends got concerned, her family got concerned that she's not even socializing or anything else. But it's an artist, dude, what can you do? But around 6th grade, she kind of just gave up on it, considering that she cannot reach Kyomoto's level no matter how much she practices. If that were me, I would practice backgrounds and not anatomy, because like Kyomoto cannot draw anatomy from what we see from her art. Hey, I'm saying, if it's me, I'm better. Yeah, if it's me, I'm way better. I'm way better than a 4th grader. I'm so good. But yeah, when she gave up, she started, socializing once again. She started going around with her friends, talking to her family, started taking martial arts for some reason. And then, like, at the end of the school year, her teacher decides to, call her and says that she should be the one to deliver Kyomoto's diplomas, since Kyomoto's closest kind of friend or classmate in a way is Fujino, since, they did the newspaper together and Kyomoto doesn't really go to school, so she doesn't have any friends. So Fujino, being a little hesitant, a little bit, just decides to accept it. And once she knocks on her, Kyomoto's home, there's no answer. She goes inside her home, calls for someone, no answer. Then while going through that, she sees the like thousands of sketchbooks that is lined up to Kyomoto's door. Like, dude, what the fuck? This shit looks like a boss battle, but what the hell? But yeah, after all that, Kyomoto sees like an empty 4-3 panel and decides to pick up the pencil again, something AI artists cannot do. Fucking loser. But yeah, she basically just draws like a comic dissing Kyomoto. Like, what? Come on, man. I'm not just a shot and an introverted loser, but like, come on, man. But yeah, it accidentally slips away from her hand, and she goes, oh shit, nah, fuck this, I'm running away. And when Kyomoto finally realizes that a kidnapper isn't inside her house, but actually Fujino, she comes running after her. At this moment right here, it was revealed then that while Fujino saw Kyomoto as her rival, Kyomoto saw her as an idol. Kyomoto was basically a fangirl of Fujino. Now when Fujino finally found out about that, she decides to befriend her, and they become friends and started making mangas together, collabing.
じゃあ、まあ話できたら見せてもいいよ。
Now, years later, they start making one-shots throughout the years, and obviously, two people, it's kind of rare to have like the same goals. If you look at Kyomoto's art, she's always focused on backgrounds. Even when she's working with Fujino on the background, she's always the one like working on the background instead of the characters and stuff. She's always like has that fascination with background instead of other stuff. Now, because of that, obviously, she's gonna have a different goal. And so she announces to Fujino when they were about to get serialized that she can't continue with Fujino on the manga because like she actually wants to go to an art college.
美術の大学に行きたい。
Now, just the part where it genuinely just kinda got sad a little. It's like, in my view, Fujino is still a little immature in here when she started, trashing Kyomoto's dream to try to keep her. At first, she was in denial, saying stuff like, oh, I don't need you, bro, I can just get assistance. Like, come on. Come on. But then she starts going like, no, art college, it's useless, man. Why would you go there? Kyomoto wanting to fight back for herself, and she does. Kyomoto then says that she wants to get better at art.
もっと上手くなりたいもん。
Now, in my opinion, Fujino was the one at fault here. She could have supported her friend. But like being 17-year-old, I think they were 17. They are a little bit immature around that age since, they're still teenagers. But, obviously there is still some moments where she could have supported her. I say that as a 16-year-old, by the way. I'm not even 17, bro. I'm judging 17-year-olds, man. God damn. But yeah, around that time, they had a fall off, and Fujino continues with her manga. But no matter how many assistants, no matter how many new assistants that she said she could get, she cannot be satisfied with anyone working with her as long as it's not Kyomoto. She keeps firing assistant one by one, and no matter what, she's just not satisfied. And while, yeah, she keeps drawing, but like the feeling of drawing being with someone else is long gone. Cause like Kimoto in her art college actually got attacked, and unfortunately, Kimoto was one of the victims that died. So she literally cannot work with Kimoto ever again. When Fujino found out about this, she decides to visit Kimoto's home and goes inside her room. And that's where she saw the old comic strip that she made when she was still a kid. And around that moment is where Kimoto started regretting everything. Like, if I just didn't meet her, then she wouldn't have died. That's when she decided to look back.
死んだの。あれ？私のせいじゃん。今日もと部屋から出さなきゃ死ぬことなかったのに。
By the end of the day, she just started contemplating about things around her. Like, drawing is not even fun. It's a hustle to do. You could spend hours on end on like something, a sketch, a manga, an artwork or whatever, and you would be nowhere as finished. And that actually low-key hit me, not gonna lie. But like the friendship part, yeah, that hit me a lot. But like this part right here, like yeah, drawing is not fun at all in my own opinion. It's a hustle to do. But like by the end of the day, I asked myself, and this manga asked Fujino a question. Why do you draw then? And that's when the show was a bunch of snapshots where Fujino and Kimoto was drawing together, just having fun. And that moment just gave me my answer myself. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's literally the friends we made along the way. it's literally that. That's the answer. Like, in the most simplified way, that's the answer of my own question on why I draw. Because the reason why I kept going, no matter how much I hated my drawings at the time, was because I had so much fun drawing with friends. Around that time, at grade 8, I met this guy who also just started drawing himself. And you know, because he just started drawing, I was always wanting to be better at him at the time. We were drawing together. I'm a petty guy. I want to be better than him, you know? And it kinda, you know, mirrored how Fujino wanted to be better than Kimoto. And the only difference is that I'm actually better than him right now. Yeah, fuck you guys. Fuck you. I know you're watching this. You're still my friend. But yeah, that's not the only thing I felt at the time. Because like whenever we draw together, just drawing, you know, balls, more balls, we just had fun drawing, you know what I mean? We kept going over and over again. But like, you know, when he eventually stopped drawing for like an entire year, I kind of lost that same feeling to draw. I mean, I had online friends that I draw with, but like having an actual friend in real life where you could draw alongside of like almost every single day at school, it feels different in my own opinion. But yeah, nowadays I'm kind of feeling a little different. I don't have that same feeling anymore, but it's not like it's all negative, you know what I mean? Since I met some classmates of mine who are actually friends of him back then, who also draws as well, and that same feeling is slowly coming back because of them. But around that time, I think if I hadn't met him on grade 8, I probably would have quitted art by then. Because in my own opinion, I would have just been, you know, tormenting myself over and over again, and I would have no reason to even keep going. So even if art is like a really, really hassle thing to do, I kept going because like it genuinely just was fun to see my friend draw, and I would draw next to him and I would go like, oh, my drawing is way better than you, bro. And he would say, nah, it's not. Then, you know, we would fucking fight for some reason. Man, I miss those days. Not only that, but also the death part, the grieving part. Obviously, you know, throughout my entire 16 years of living, not even 20, I've lost a lot of people in my life. You know, I lost some friends, artist friends. Genuinely, the thing about that is that I would never ever try to bottle it up. I'm not gonna say that, oh, you know, it happens. It is what it is. Because in my opinion, that's just bottling it up. I mean, yeah, it does happen. It is what it is. But like, you know, at the end of the day, you gotta let your feelings out. You gotta grieve about it. You gotta, you know, deal with it in the most healthy way possible if you wanna keep going in life. In my opinion, the best thing to do about that is to just accept it. Let your feelings out, cry all you want, and don't look back in anger. Holy fucking shit, I'm a genius, man.